Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more Plague Inc. Evolved! Yes, we are coming back after a few weeks hiatus. I decided to take a break, try out some different content, and I had some fun, but obviously people have kept requesting that I go back to Plague Inc. And you know what? I think now is a good time to come back, especially since pretty soon we are expecting some new official scenarios to be added into the game, so I need to warm up and get used to this game again. Alright, let's go to the custom scenarios and see what's been added in for November. Mostly stuff that I have already done, unfortunately. So even though it is a new month with lots of new content, it seems that I've already done half of it. I mean, I'm glad that the scenarios that I liked are still doing really well. They're going strong. That's great, but I don't know. More new content. That's what I ask for. What we're going to try out today is the anime Epidemic because, I mean, just by the name alone, I have to give it a shot, right? You are the Japanese government. You plan to use anime to bring old glory of the Japanese Empire back. The old glory. How exactly do you plan on doing with that, cartoons? Answer that for me, Reichsfuhrer SS. I'm not too sure, but let's give it a shot. We're playing as a Neurax worm today with the ATP boost, Darwinist, Terracyte Extremophile, and Symptostasis on normal difficulty, and it's simply called anime. I guess it'll be good enough. I could think of a clever name, but we'll stick with it. It is 1988, and we are planning to use anime to enslave humanity. I'm sorry, I thought we just wanted to bring back a bit of glory to the Japanese Empire, but apparently we have to enslave humanity. That is the glory of the Japanese Empire, apparently. You, Hayao Miyazaki, and Yali, I get to play as Hayao Miyazaki, the creator of Totoro and Howl's Moving Castle. That's where this all begins. I mean, I'm not complaining. I love Hayao Miyazaki, but still, can you use anime to gain control of the humanity and make Japan great again? Maja, in other words. My Neighbor Totoro was a great success. People are already starting to worship anime. Use this popularity to kickstart the takeover of the world. I mean, I could be wrong, but I thought that anime was pretty darn popular long before Hayao Miyazaki, but I guess I wasn't alive in 1988. So it's entirely possible that I missed out and maybe he really did jumpstart some sort of a genre. Anime begins in Japan. Alright, weaken unspecialized and absolutely adorable. Neurax worm, we can go for Opie? Anime is more opie. I don't know exactly how you say that. Increases infectivity, alright. Anime clothes. People are seen walking in anime clothes. Increased infectivity, especially in rich and hot countries. Why hot countries? I don't know. And hentai. Well, Hayao Miyazaki would not approve, I'm fairly sure, but okay. Hentai is created attracting not only anime fans, but perverts as well. Increases infectivity. Merchandise shipments. Anime DVDs are shipped to other countries, presumably by sea. That's why we get the sea transmission. Anime planes. Planes have anime characters printed on them for marketing reasons. Increases air transmission. I feel like I've seen a plane like that before, but I don't know. I could be wrong on that point. And fanfics. Oh, God, fanfics. My favorite. Fanfics are created, increasing the chance of mutation and sending the story arc in very unexpected and sometimes unpleasant directions. Mutation is very fitting for fanfics. Symptoms. Obsession. Host is obsessed about anime and his waifu. The host focuses only on anime. Host is obsessed about anime and his waifu. The host focuses only on anime. Okay. I'm kind of curious where the waifu thing works. So he's not obsessed about his waifu. He's obsessed about anime? I don't know. Abilities. We have anime merchandise. Makes sense. People are compelled to buy new anime merchandise. Increasing effectiveness in rich countries. Probably similar to the drug resistance, if I had to guess. Anime streaming sites. In 1988? I don't think so, but Crunchyroll will come out a few years later. Streams anime for free. Well, not for free, but anyway, increases effectiveness in poor countries. Because poor countries, historically really well known for being able to afford streaming sites. I mean, I know that it says it's for free, but come on, not really. Episodes are now longer, decreases future research speed, and increases effectiveness in rich countries. Decreases future research speed. Okay, so it's not decreasing future research required. Okay, that all sounds pretty good to me. So do we want to go for anime planes? We probably will want to get both of these pretty early on. We are playing on an island after all in Japan, which means we need to make use of the boats and the planes to get out of here. The Neurax worm has emerged. I'm wondering if I'm going to have a Trojan plane option in this, but we'll find out. There's the Rio Olympics. This should be kind of fun. Yeah, I've talked a little bit about anime before, and there's definitely good aspects to anime that I can really appreciate. Honestly, I didn't really much get into it until I met my now wife, then girlfriend. Oh, Sterilizing cleaning techniques. Nice. She introduced me to Death Note and stuff like that, and I'm like, okay, there actually can be some pretty darn good animes out there. But they are kind of hard to find. That said, Hayao Miyazaki, man, I really do enjoy his stuff. Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle, two of my absolute favorites, no doubt about it. And My Neighbor Totoro is cute, kind of like a Japanese Pooh Bear story. I can go behind that. Definitely can get behind that. All right, do we want to keep going for the enemy planes? Do we want to go for clothing or oppai or whatever? Probably not hentai, I don't know, let's see. Obsession? I guess we'll go for obsession to start off. A little bit of severity isn't so bad. Mania. The host becomes an anime maniac. He believes that anime and waifus are real. You know, it's just occurring to me that I may not know what a waifu is. I probably should find out before I go too much further, but I always assumed it's just like sort of a Japanese endearing name for the wife, so I can call my wife my waifu. I'm just now realizing that may not actually be what it is. Maybe it is. I don't know. Huh. This is the problem with making assumptions. Maybe I've been saying it wrong this whole time. I'm sure I'll look it up after this. Kickstopper, Raves, Resume, blah, 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 don't care about that. Anyway, okay. Do you want to go for the mutation? Do you want to go for the infectivity here? I guess just lots of infectivity to start off would be pretty good. But it would be nice to go ahead and grab the, let's say, merchandise, making things a little bit better in rich countries since we did get into Western Europe and the US and Canada pretty darn quickly. What's this? Anime clothing. Didn't we already have this? Anime clothes in rich and hot countries. Anime clothing just in hot countries. Feel like we're double dipping there a little bit. What was your name? Reichfuhrer or something like that? A little bit. All right. Do you want to go for anime streaming for poor countries? Do you want to go for the episodes? I mean, I kind of want to go for some of this stuff, although it's getting very expensive very quickly, good lord. I don't feel like mutation makes a lot of sense. It doesn't seem like this is going to be a very large symptom tree. I mean, hentai doesn't give you any severity, but it gives you a lot of infectivity, which I have to imagine is still pretty good, so maybe we'll go for that next. I'm so sorry, Hayao Miyazaki. I'm so sorry. You always seem like a respectable gentleman to me. Never to use cartoon figures for perverse pleasures of the flesh. But alas, the internet is a crazy place. What is this now? Plot 1. The plot is getting more complicated. Yes, the plot like Attack on Titan, for example. Getting a bit more complicated than I know what to do with. Episodes 2. Each season has more episodes, decreases future research speed, and increases effectiveness in the rich countries yet again. Here's the thing. We don't need more effectivity in the rich countries. We've done pretty darn well there. UK shuts down their airports. Thus far, no one's doing anything bad. I don't really see what the problem is. So people like anime. Is that a reason to shut down your ports? No, I don't think so. Do you want to go for anime clothes? Yeah, we'll go ahead and grab it, but let's start working down the symptoms tree, make sure I don't run out of gas. I'm assuming we're going to get some lethality or something at some point. There it is, aggression. The host is irrationally aggressive towards people that say that anime isn't real. I'm sorry, that was a question now? I thought people just loved anime, but now they really think it's real. We're just going to call that delusion and borderline insanity. Immaturity. Host believes that anime is real. I feel like this should have come first, to be honest, but okay. Lowers levels of hygiene, increase infection. This is not the recommended path. What do you mean it's not the recommended path? You telling me what to do? I think it says it's not the recommended path. Maybe I don't go for it. Do I do what he says? Do I say screw it, go for the unrecommended path? Let's go for the unrecommended path. Hallucinations. Host thinks that she lives in anime world. Like, what? Sword Art Online? Lack of awareness increases transmission chance as well of risk of injury. Well, I'll worry about that a little bit later. Let's make sure that the poor countries can get some free streaming services. What's this? Clothing 1 and 2. Both accessible even though you didn't get the predecessor. Alright, we are having a really hard time in some of these places. We'll need both of these, hot and cold countries, so I'll just go ahead and do that. Then we have water bottles. Now even water bottles have anime characters on them. Now, author, why water bottles? It could have been anything. It could have been travel mugs, it could have been backpacks, but you specifically went with water bottles. I mean, I'll go with it anyway, because whatever, but still. Hey look, aggression mutated whether I like it or not. The first death in Canada. Death Road to Canada? That's a game I actually need to try out sometime, maybe on Steamed. We'll see. That cure is shockingly fast. Let's slow that down a little bit, please. And go for plot. Do you want to go for plot 2? Or do I want to go down the unrecommended path? Let's go for hallucinations. That leads to schizophrenia. Host thinks that waifus are real. Okay, and Yali, do you know what a waifu is? You don't know what a waifu... Can you Google it real... Oh, you just turned off your computer. Why'd you do that?
I didn't mean to.
Oh, okay.
It
She...
was flashing and so, like...
What was flashing? Your computer was flashing?
No, it was like blinking black and...
Your monitor was?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I got distracted from the episode for a second there. I'll have to deal with that later. Thank you for not being much help, though. Host thinks that waifus are real. Completely disconnecting from the real world can cause fatal fevers somehow. And then despair. The host then realizes that anime and waifus will never be real, inducing feelings of despair and lessening self-preservation instinct. Did you just turn on the printer? This episode's been ruined. It's been completely ruined. All right, we're going to go down this. Insanity. They become insane over the fact that animes aren't real. And then lastly, become suicidal. Probably shouldn't do that yet. So let's, well, actually, we may need to start killing people pretty aggressively here. Are we missing countries? We're missing we're missing a lot of countries. All of the islands. All of the islands. Okay, I mean, except for Iceland and... Okay, there's a couple islands, but still, pretty darn bad. Adoration, devotion, transcendence, anime's eternal god. I was looking for the Trojan Plains, but I'm not seeing anything. Plots, genetic reshuffles, no. No, there are no Trojan Plains. Guess what, guys? I'm gonna have to start over. What a great way to start my return to Plague Inc. Alright, I'll be back in a second, guys. Okay, there we go. That wasn't too bad. There are no healthy people left in the world. They have been infected by anime, and somehow Japan prospers. Profit. I don't know. Anime enslaves humanity. They worship anime as their god and master. Could have used some sort of a custom text here to be funny, but we'll go with it anyway. And there we go. The whole world worships anime as their god and master, and it's the normal text there. No big deal. Okay, 50% cure progress, 409 days. And we did go for the Transcendence victory instead of killing everyone, although I don't know why going down the suicidal path would not be recommended. Seems fine to me. In fact, in some ways, I would even say that it's going to be easier. Because, I mean, they kind of catch you pretty early on and start working on the cures, so the extra lethality means extra DNA. I don't know. Anyway, kind of a fun scenario. I certainly have a soft spot in my heart for Hayao Miyazaki. Not especially sure how this really serves Japan's interest in this particular case, but still, kind of a fun little scenario. Why not? We'll go ahead and say that, yeah, I recommend it. And that is the way the news goes. Thank you all very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. If so, then be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment with your suggestions on what I should play next, since there's not a lot in the popular tab, and of course, subscribe and hit that notification button if you have not already. I will see you guys next time.